Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I am your host, the Ranting Monkey. He's Dax Orion. Say Dax.
Say Dax. Dax.
Say hi, Dax. God, I fucked that up.
Yeah, you did. Hi.
Least professional monkey on the internet. And over there is Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
And how is everybody tonight? How you doing, Dax?
I'm pretty good. I just got done with a 5-day stint, and they wanted me to do more, and I told them no.
Oh, man, they missed you last night, by the way. Just letting you know.
Aww.
They were asking for you. Jack, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Monkey?
Oh, living the dream, my friend. I rearranged this room yesterday, and I'm paying for it today. When we're done here, I'm gonna crawl my ass into bed and not get out until I absolutely have to. We have to talk about bullshit. The president actually used the word bullshit, and now people are, he said bullshit.
Aww.
Trump blasts ongoing Dem investigation, calls it ridiculous bullshit. Dun, dun, dun. How dare he? President Trump at a rally in Michigan blasted Democrats' ongoing investigations of him as ridiculous bullshit.
It's not wrong.
By the way, he was not too far from where my doctor is. I know where he was at. The Democrats have to now decide whether they will continue defrauding the public with ridiculous bullshit, partisan investigations, or whether they will apologize to the American people and join us to rebuild our crumbling infrastructure, bring down the cost of healthcare and prescription drugs, help us fix our broken trade deals, he said to the crowd.
Yeah, like they're going to do any of that.
You know, as I read this, when I first saw this story, do you think they're actually more upset with the ridiculous bullshit part or the part where he suggested they need to apologize?
Probably the part where they need to apologize, but they're not going to admit that, or the fact that they've been reporting lies for months and months and months.
They don't make mistakes, Jack. You know this.
So they tell us.
They really don't. It's just the way we read it. He went on to say the Russian hoax proves more than ever that we need to finish exactly what we came here to do. Drain the swamp, Trump said. Ooh, man. House Democrats still have separate ongoing investigations into the president, including investigations into his finances, which we're going to talk about. We'll be talking about those in a bit. And whether he obstructed justice by firing FBI Director James Comey. The FBI director who everybody said needed fired until Trump did it. I mean, there were Democrats saying he needs to be fired.
That was a misunderstanding, Monkey.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he needed to be fired by Hillary.
Oh, right. Okay, I get it. He had to be fired by the right gender.
Yeah, by the anointed one, if you will.
Indeed. Oh, man. Mueller did not determine whether Trump had obstructed justice and left his findings for Barr and Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein to draw a conclusion. Actually, he left it just for Barr. Barr brought Rosenstein in to give his opinion on it. The Attorney General could make that a decision all by himself. In his letter to lawmakers, Barr said the Justice Department had decided not to pursue obstruction charges against Trump. As I said, everybody was saying fire Comey until he was fired. And then suddenly it was like, oh, you can't do why? Why would you do that?
Well, it's like small children. Like, I dare you.
Yes.
Why'd you do that?
And mommy.
I'm telling.
Oh, God. Don't forget, guys, this show you're watching is brought to you by you. So if you would be so kind as to hit that like button, share this with everybody you know, your friends, your family, that bitch you hate, I would really appreciate it. And, of course, financial is also welcome, but I'm not going to push that on you until later. However, the gentlemen here on the panel, Jack and Dax, they They have places you can find them, and you should definitely go look. John M, thank you so much, who says, yay, donation. I agree. Yay. Yeah, paid taxes yesterday. Donations are very welcome. I'm not like a Twitch thought, man. We actually pay our taxes. And God damn, the government likes my money. Well, actually, they like Lady Monkey's money. Man. Anyhow, got into a little argument on the Twitter machine today.
No, you?
Look, I've actually stayed out of arguments for quite a while.
24 hours is not a while, monkey.
Okay, for the most part, for the most part, I don't argue much on Twitter. I say something and then I get blocked.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so it's weird to actually have an argument, but I didn't actually understand how the argument started. Wasley, for those of you who know him,
oh God,
he tweeted out. I'm not. You know what? Let me read it. I'll read it and bring it on screen. This isn't Lords of Night, so we'll actually bring it on screen. I have to scroll. Here it is. Whoops! I don't want that picture. I want the whole tweet. There we go. This was the tweet that started it all. Let me screen share, fucker. Jesus. YouTube, fix your shit. Okay, this was the one that started it all. My comments. Come on, man. PewDiePie doesn't feature alt-right personalities that often. PewDiePie. And this is a picture of this is a screenshot from yesterday's okay. From Tuesday. I want to make sure I'm giving you guys the right day. PewDiePie's Tuesday video. And that woman there is Brittany Venti. The hardcore alt-righter Brittany Venti. Now, look, she has toyed with the alt-right. I don't know how much she's actually involved with them. She's more of a attention whore than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And Brittany, if you're on the off chance you're listening, I don't think being an attention whore is a bad thing. I'm a whore, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah, and as a whore, call me.
But I that seemed like a vast overreaction to what happened in the video, because this is what happened in the video. There's literally 5 seconds of Brittany, and I counted it. You can actually count it out. There's 5 seconds of her. She does this weird yell, and then she switches into a voice where she's talking like she's from some anime thing. She's got that anime voice.
Oh, yeah.
And she's just thanking a fan who did something, like gave her money or some shit. I don't know. You really can't tell what happened because it's that short. It's just her fucking voice. And then PewDiePie makes fun of her for another like 4 seconds. It's like a 9-second clip. Let's call it 10, just because everybody likes rounded up numbers.
So he just cracked a joke on her and that was it?
Yes.
What a waste of time.
But this is Wasley actually, suggested he was featuring an alt-right personality.
No, this was just him wasting some time. He had a joke, he wanted to share it with everyone, cut the clip, threw it out, and made a joke, right? That's the entire thing?
Yes. That's what happened.
Well, then Waz is an idiot. And if you're listening, Waz, I think you're an idiot.
Brittany did her burping yell. Yeah, that's what it sounded like, is like a burp, but she was yelling at the same time. She's a classy chick.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Sorry, I like gross chicks. Call me Brittany.
Look,
she looks like she smells like garbage.
I've always said she looks like she smells like pee. It's not a judge against your character, sweetie. There's just some women who look like that. Sorry.
Yeah. They're called trailer people, monkey.
But I simply asked Waz, I'm like, you're kidding, right? This is a troll. His post, and he's like, no, I'm really serious. I'm like, why? That was nothing. That was literally fucking nothing. It was him mocking her. If that's him featuring the alt-right, he's making fun of her. Weebs, how you doing, sweetie? You better not have hurt yourself recently. Again and again.
Yeah, stop hurting
Twice.
yourself, Weebo.
You're supposed to be resting, you jackass.
Little bro, you sleeping? You want to come hang out?
I say, sweetie, let me know if you want on. Anyway, yeah, so I got into an argument over that, and it was fucking silly. It really is. But man, I that seems like a big stretch. I mean, at least in the when PewDiePie when he featured Baked Alaska, it went on for a little bit longer than 5 seconds. He was still mocking it, making fun of it, but and I mean, it went longer than 5 seconds. And
that's what she said.
Ha! No, I wish she said that.
And we'll skip the obvious, that Baked has moved away from the alt-right because his woman told him he had to, and which is fine. Look, anything to get you away from the alt-right, I'm happy with. Those racist fucks can go suck a dick for all I care.
A big black dick.
Yeah, a big old black one. But
an ironic dick.
The idea that this is promoting the alt-right is just fucking insane. It's fucking insane.
From what I could tell, Woz went a little nutso after the whole Kraut server thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't recovered from that. He had some kind of breakdown or spastic attack or something.
Well, okay, we'll talk about that in just a second. Peter says, Jesus Christ, if I had boobs, would you say hi? Hi, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
Do you have boobs yet? Then no.
For the record, guys, I'm not really reading chat at the moment, and I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to look over here. I read a story and then I'm on a rant, so it's hard to concentrate on both.
It's in the name, guys. Come on.
I'm not watching chat because I saw a shiny thing, and well, you know how that works out.
We all know boobs will get you dotus.
Weebo.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Barely,
honey. You're really, really quiet.
I know, because hang on, I could probably fix that. One second.
She's putting on a shirt and coming over to the mic, guys.
No, I'm just plugging in my mic.
Oh, she's keeping her shirt off. Okay.
Good to know.
As far as Woz being broke because of the whole Kraut server, he got a lot of shit for that.
Mm-hmm. Deserved shit.
A lot of it not, man.
I don't know.
Walls or Kraut? Wait, who were we talking about that needed to get shit?
Woz
kind of needed it. Not as bad as I think he got, but he still needed a little bit of an ass kicking.
From what I saw, the vast majority of what was said to him was ignorant. Terry Diamandis, thank you so much. Way to support and promote Woz by talking about him on your stream. Yeah.
How dare you, monkey. You're supporting a guy who supports white supremacy.
Yes, I know. I'm a bad person.
You're the worst.
Ryan says, what debauchery are you engaged in tonight? We're still in the early phases of it, so we'll find out.
Just getting started, motherfuckers. That's right. All of it.
Did anyone see a video of Worski at Disney? No.
Oh, yeah, he was getting BTFO'd by some mom at Disney because he was being, Worski.
Well, I did notice he unblocked me.
Ooh.
What did you do?
I don't know. I was reading a tweet from Ralph, and there was a reply from Andy. I'm like, wait, I can see this? I was shocked. So maybe he's done being mad at whatever I did.
Did you ask him? Hang on, because for whatever reason, YouTubers are very non-addressing when it comes to their drama between others. In that sense, like, oh, this is why I blocked you.
Weebo, you can use the word crazy on here. It's okay.
I'm very tired. I couldn't come up with the correct word, but thank you.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know what upset him, and as far as I know, me and him have never had a problem. And I still have no problem. I was just shocked to find out I was unblocked.
Maybe he's trying to go in the opposite direction of what Ralph is doing.
Well, aren't they still hanging out?
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
they are, but
They had their falling out, but they made up a little bit, didn't they?
okay, so right now, okay, in the lore, as far as I'm aware, Worski is playing the part of Ralph Wrangler because Ralph has turned into kind of what Worski was before. Does that make sense?
Oh God, is Ralph going to set his nipples on fire?
He's acting the part of special.
Okay, that's fair. Like I said, I haven't got to watch a lot of it. I tuned in a little bit because somebody told me a big drama going on, so I went over there and looked, and I saw the stuff that happened when they were sharing the house in Florida, I believe it was, and Worski had somebody else in there, and that guy threw a whole bag of ice at Ralph while he was sleeping.
Awesome.
And he didn't open the bag and throw. He threw a fucking like 10-pound bag of ice at a guy who's sleeping.
Oh,
I'd have
that's
kicked
nothing,
his
Burger.
ass.
The Gunt can handle it, monkey.
Oh, fuck that, man. No, you don't know. That
I'd
must
be
have hurt.
Yeah, I'd have been pretty pissed too. But
You've
he
never
probably
got hit with a bag of ice coming at you at like 5 miles an hour?
No.
Not that hard. I've
No.
taken worse falls on the
yeah,
mountains.
but when you're
Oh, I'm
sleeping
sure.
and that lands on you, that's a little bit of an icy surprise.
Yeah, the way you're supposed to do that is you actually dump the ice on them. You're not trying to break a rib.
No, that's the surprise.
Jesus fuck.
I'm surprised.
I was like, what kind of moron throws the whole bag? Look, whoever did that, if on the off chance you're listening, I don't know if you're a moron all the time, but in that part, you were a fucking moron. Who throws the whole goddamn bag?
Mr.
That,
Freeze.
no, that was the kid that paid money to meet Ralph or something like that.
Yeah, it was. So I
Oh,
think
nice.
it was a $500 person who paid money to meet Ralph. And then the story goes, Ralph has not been the most sociable of people on his vacation that's been paid for by his audience. And they're kind of they're salty with him.
Look, if y'all want to fund a trip for me to go to Disney World, I will be the most social motherfucker you ever met.
Speaking of funding trips to go to places, SDA and I are doing a road trip, by the way. Everyone should know that. In the summer of 2020, we're going to all 48 states that are continental in the U.S. I'm trying to get the road trip survey. I'm also stalling for time. God damn it.
So how are you going to do this? Are you like zigzagging up and down, zigzagging across? You're going to make a kind of spiral? How are you guys going to all 48?
So I think we're going to go, it's either counterclockwise or clockwise. A lot of our audience, from what we've understood, the people who surveyed us.
Stop it, Jack.
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
No, you said,
You said something. Keep going.
What did I say?
Nothing, sweetie.
Did I say cockwise instead of clockwise? Oh God, am I that tired?
You did not. But anyway, you're saying clockwise or counterclockwise? Like
I can't remember what SDA told me she was going to do because she's in charge of the mapping. I'm in charge of the budgeting. Of course,
Oh, God.
You're
You're going to end up in podunk and you're going to have yourselves one of those deliverance moments.
Right? No, this is the movie Wrong Turn just waiting to happen.
Yeah, that's the
The Hills
joke.
of Eyes.
now, are you stopping to meet people in all 50 or all 48 states?
Yeah, that's what the part of the road trip survey is supposed to serve, where essentially we meet with people at certain points predetermined by us based off of what people have given us survey wise. So it depends really on where people are located and how far they're willing to travel, which is what the survey I put in the thing is supposed to do.
I mean, I'll meet you two at a bar, but, you know.
Yeah, like at a bar, not like at people's houses. Except we're gonna go visit Sanguine and get one of his hangover loaves, which is like cheese and bacon and just that.
Will you be healed by then?
I'll be fine. It's in the summer of 2020.
Yeah,
It's next
you know,
year.
your current
It's not
rate,
this
though.
coming
No. Her current rate of injuries leads me to
Oh.
believe she's not going to be better.
She'll
I haven't
look like
injured myself since Wednesday. We're fine.
since a day and a half ago. She hasn't injured herself, guys.
And my fingernail.
What
is
did you
not
do to
falling
your
off.
finger?
Okay, so I was helping my mother clean her house, and I smashed my finger in a closet against a shelf in that closet while I was closing the door to put away all of her hair care stuff.
Wait, you went go-karting and then you went and cleaned somebody's house and you just had surgery like a week ago.
Thank you.
Yes.
Weibo, when you had your surgery and they let you out of the hospital,
Yeah,
how long did they tell you it would take you to heal?
a day and a half.
That is not what they told you.
No, there's no way they told you
They
that.
said I'd be like back to mostly good at functioning and stuff by like a day and a half, but I could take my stitches or my bandages off by like a week later. So Tuesday was when I got the bandages completely off, and then I go in at 2 weeks for the last checkup, and then I'm good to go.
You realize my son just had this same operation, right?
Wait. Was it like a full on like they sliced open his stomach and went in?
No, he had the laparoscopic surgery.
So they went in through the belly button and then
Yes.
two on the sides.
Yes.
Well, maybe you have a little bitch for a son. I don't know.
Cut an organ out of you, sweetheart.
It was a tiny organ monkey. It's no big deal.
That's what she said.
Anyhow, I love when you snort. So, do you have much of the trip already planned?
Again, that's a question for SDA. What we're trying to do is we're trying to also collect destinations that are kind of off the beaten path.
I sent you a comprehensive list of destinations.
Yeah, you and like 6 other people. So we're trying to coordinate that with the route that we're going to take, and also trying to be economical about this, which is my job, to find out where we can cut corners.
Real quick, thank you, Johnny Hellcat. I'm oblivious to a lot of stuff, but I smell bullshit for sure. Yeah, all right, no doubt. How long are you guys expecting to be on the road?
2 months.
How long before you murder each other?
2 days. I'm just kidding. No, we'll be vlogging the whole thing pretty much, and then we'll be posting the vlogs probably staggered out a week after we've been where we were, so people can't like weirdly follow us as we're going places. Just because that would, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a lot of weird people that follow me.
Dex, you want to go on a road trip where we film all the places they've been already and be like, we're getting closer.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Safari
Almost caught her.
It'd be like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh, we can do that. We're also thinking about doing a bit with My Immortal where we just go and meet with people and bring costumes and film little tidbits of My Immortal that are the best scenes. Because, and Monkey, do you remember reading My Immortal with me?
I do.
Yeah, that was an experience.
I think Jack's idea is actually good. Somebody should follow behind these girls, like 2 days behind everywhere you go. That would be I would watch that.
Jack, I actually kind of want to do this.
Where in the world are SDA and Weibo today? We need to find them.
Jack, you're one of the few people I think I could spend multiple days on the road with without wanting to murder them. So that sounds so good so far.
I have a massive amount of apathy, and I sleep a lot, so.
Mm-hmm.
That works. We'll sleep 12 hours a day and we'll drive 4.
We will be streaming Genix vlogs. Just answer your not question with hearts.
James, thank you so much. I'm not weird. I'm special. And RJ says, Renting Monkey, mind if I share a link in chat to announcement I made on Twitter? Nah, go ahead.
Do your thing.
Do your thing. Yeah, I said we were going to talk about something else, but Weibo's made my mind go blank.
Sorry. Oh, I should also mention that we're cutting down our food to like dried foods and rice cakes for the entirety of the trip. So we're going on the road trip diet.
Why?
Oh, no. If we're going to fall behind you, there's going to be a lot of good restaurants involved.
Well,
because rice cakes, come on. I'm not that skinny.
Rice cakes and peanut butter, and then I have a food dehydrator that we're going to take with us and just dehydrate all of the food that we can.
Why not just get cinnamon rice cakes and skip the peanut butter?
Why not eat real food?
Because what real food is going to be on the road?
You've never been on a road trip before and had like get Doritos for fuck's sake.
Oh
That's
God,
road food.
Monkey. This is SDA and I's initiative to lose weight, not gain it via Dorito cheese.
You don't.
And yet we're probably going to meet you at a bar where you're going to be drinking empty calories.
Okay. But that aside, The
I'm like
rest
Gutenberg right now.
Oh god, you're gonna summon him. You know that, right?
Huh?
No,
He
last
said
couple
he
of
meant
times he's been
Gutenberg, and
on.
we'd summon him every time. So.
Last couple of times he's been on, he's been great. No drinking. By the way, the new rule is if you come on and I can tell you're drunk immediately, I'm kicking you immediately.
Oh,
Like that rule.
I was listening to you guys on the last show this morning, like all
Uh-huh.
day. That was hard to listen to.
Yeah, look, I if you've had a drink or two, I mean, Polly's drank before on the drink, but he doesn't get like shit faced. I don't mind if you have a drink, but if you're shit faced, no, I will kick you
At least I can
immediately.
carry a conversation while drunk.
Yeah, I think we need to have like a cutoff of like a Gutenberg 3 instead of like a Gutenberg 11.
Yeah.
So
you're always welcome to visit me and Shio in Dallas, Weibo and Ranty Monkey.
Yeah, what we noticed based off of the survey was that a lot of our audience is based in the southeast part of the United States, more so than like the west.
That's weird.
Anywhere. So a lot of the south, a lot of the east, further up north, not a lot in the Midwest, which disappoints me because that's where I'm from. So,
But I like you, and I'm in the Midwest.
yeah,
No problem.
I'll visit you.
I kind of like, technically Midwest, I think. Where's Michigan from?
Michigan is Midwest.
I feel that's wrong. We're
No,
not even close to the West. We're in the
Midwest.
fucking Eastern time zone, for fuck's sake.
Still Midwest.
Yeah, you're in Midwest.
How can we be Midwest in the Eastern time zone? Somebody,
Don't ask me, I
somebody
didn't make it
explain
up.
that.
So Midwest.
the Midwest is comprised of anything past the first 13 colonies up until you get to near the coast.
Dakotas.
Yeah.
I feel like we're Mid-East.
It's between the Rockies and the Dakotas, isn't it?
Yeah, it stops.
We're
The
Mid-East.
cutoff is the
I'm sorry.
Dakotas.
Dumpstertron, thank you so much. The new standard, the Gutenberg scale. Well, we've had the Gutenberg scale for a while.
We're just now acting on it.
Yeah, just no excessively drunk people. Can't do it. Not doing it.
I don't
Not
think
gonna
you
do
want. I don't think you want Michigan to be called the Mid-East because you already have Dearborn, which is full of Muslims, and it might be considered racist.
We are the Mid-East. And Dearborn just proves it. You cannot be Midwest in the Eastern time zone. That causes a rip in the space-time continuum.
Dude.
And
How do you think Tennessee feels? They have half the state in the east and half in central.
well, it's Tennessee, man. They sleep with their sister.
Let me tell you, the worst kind of time zone shenanigans that I could ever just describe to you is switching between two time zones constantly. You don't know what freaking time it is normally, and that sucks.
Like if you live on a border state.
Well, no. So I go home as often as I can, and so I'm constantly switching between Central and Eastern, and because I have two shows and I have to keep up with like 3 different time zones on top of that, and scheduling is a bitch. It's a hassle.
Why do you have to keep up with 3 time zones?
So the Beardbarian, he lives all the way on the other side of the continent, like on an island somewhere. I think he's on Pacific time, and then Magog, Angie, SDA, and I are all on Eastern, except for when I'm in Central, which is when I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to keep up with 3 time zones because of that.
Hey, can't you just use your time zone?
I mean, I could, but it's always nice to know when people are actually available and free, because you're just like, oh, wait, maybe they're sleeping, or, oh, wait, I'm supposed to be sleeping.
Big Assassin said, that's West Virginia, monkey. That proves you're Midwest. No, look, anything south of the Mason borderline, you are likely to run into somebody who's fucked their sister. I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh, my gosh. You know what? They keep saying that, but I have yet to meet someone who's actually been like an incest baby.
How do you know that?
You know, that's a good question. I never actually asked.
Yeah, well, even if you asked and they said, no, I'm not an incest baby, you don't know that for sure.
That's fair. Okay.
How do you know who your dad is? Your mama told you.
You make an excellent point, sir. This is the only time that this will be said to you.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people out there who've seen their sister naked and partaken of her forbidden fruit.
Nope. Mm-mm.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Stop right there. I have siblings. I don't want to think about that.
She smiled and charmed him with her 5 teeth.
That's right. She got them 5 teeth. I like that. 2 on top, 3 on bottom.
What is the Mason-Dixon line?
Like, where is it or what is it?
Yes. Both.
It's the border between, what is it, Maryland and the North? Or is Maryland technically the Yanks? I forget. It's the line from the Civil War, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything south of it is under the Mason-Dixon line. That's where they went to war and said, we want to keep slaves and fuck our sisters. And the second part didn't get as much.
I don't think that's an exact quote, Monkey. I think
No, that they actually said that in the Emancipation Proclamation.
Well, the Mason-Dixon line goes across Pennsylvania, the bottom border of Pennsylvania, and down through Delaware.
Delaware, that's it.
It resolved a border dispute involving Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Delaware in colonial America.
Gotcha. And then the unofficial line is like the underneath of all of the Midwest states.
Not
I'm
necessarily
looking
Midwest.
at Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Idaho, and like underneath all of those states where they border on the south is
Yes.
the unofficial one. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah. See, before the Missouri Compromise, the line west of the Delaware marked the northern limit of slavery in the United States. It's still used today in a figurative sense as the line that separates North and South politically and socially.
I'm so glad
Wait.
doing this whole
Sin
time
Nikki.
educational because
Hang on.
Sorry.
I have to just chat. Sin Nikki says, for the love of history, Mason-Dixon line dates back to the Revolution. It actually dates back further than that. The Mayans actually made it.
It was surveyed in 1763 and 1767 by Charles Mason and Jeremiah Dixon. And
when they were at war with the Babylonians, that was the line they settled on when they decided.
Yeah. These two gentlemen time traveled to fight off the ancient aliens, and this was the demarcation line between where the reptilians held the ground in the south and the Greys held the line in the north. Thankfully, they freed America of the reptilian menace at the time, and that's why they were driven to Australia, where the Great Emu Wars happened.
Okay, so Jack, I have a question for you.
Sure.
What would happen if we were to introduce you to a lizard person, IRL? Like, what would you do?
Probably a lot of, hi, don't eat me. I don't know. They're not real. So
Until we get you that 8-ball of Coke we talk about.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing? Yeah, this is great. I want some more of this. You want to get this? I like this.
Richo says, wow, history is fun. Thanks, Monkey. Look, we are an educational show around here.
It's so wholesome.
We've told you guys that when we've had the sex shows. You come here to learn, and we're here to teach.
That's right.
And how much of it you retain is up to you.
Yeah, I feel good about this show because the last couple of shows I've been on, they've gone downhill very quickly in terms of like boob clapping and whatnot.
Cynic says, fuck, I want to punch his pronunciation of emu.
Emu?
Emu.
I forget how they say it.
Yemu.
It's an emu.
Etmu.
Emu.
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 You ever just intentionally pronounce words wrong?
No, I
Me?
pronounce
Never.
how it's translated in American English.
Is that how you say rough?
Roof.
Yeah, exactly.
Milk.
It's milk.
Wheat.
It's a kniffy.
Amarita. Avocado.
Avocado.
Oh, I'm having so much fun. Sorry.
They shouldn't put us in a room together when we're both hyper.
Beth said the Cubs beat the Rangers. Sweet. I love my Cubbies. I hope they
Oh,
have
the
a good
Brewers
year.
won today, and I don't
Wait.
care.
Wait, so are you telling me the Rangers, which can use two weapons at one time, were beaten by Bear Cubs? I don't
Yes.
think that's true. That's not historically
It can
accurate.
happen.
No.
That's
If
science,
lizard
Jack.
people exist, it can happen.
See what happens when you talk about sports?
A man, hang on. A man walked out of prison 13 years ago thinking he was free. The feds say he still owes 16 months.
For what?
Demetrius Anderson walked out of a Connecticut state prison in 2006 thinking he was ready to leave behind his criminal past and build a new life as an upstanding citizen. The Philadelphia native stayed in Connecticut and stayed out of trouble. He has 2 jobs, lives in a nice apartment, and belongs to a church. I don't think you can say a black man belongs to something. James Colley, thank you so much. Mispronounced words in Mexican restaurants is fun.
Oh, I can't mispronounce words in Mexican restaurants. I speak Mexican.
I want a fajita.
Vegeta.
I would like the kitchen staff to go back home.
Wow.
The world just got 10 feet higher.
But last week, 8 U.S. Marshals came to his home. He was certain they were after the wrong person. He hadn't committed a crime in more than 13 years. They insisted he come with them to court because he still had 16 months federal sentence to serve for crimes he committed in Philadelphia.
Huh.
Oh.
What did he do, really?
Look, man, I mean, you still got to pay your... It sucks. It does, because that's fucked up. But that's not like it's double jeopardy or anything. You... unless you were you in a federal penitentiary? No, it was a state prison. It said that right there. You weren't in a Connecticut state prison for a crime in Philadelphia.
Wah.
Yeah, that sucks. That'd be horrible to find out, man. You got your life together, and 13 years later they come back and they're like, excuse me.
Oh, that would suck ass.
I have a problem solution to this.
What's that?
Just don't go to jail.
Just let him off, man.
Don't do it. No, just like don't do anything
ever. That's a good point too.
Sit in your room on your streaming devices and just sit there and watch things.
Like if he's been good the last 13 years, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Unless he they don't say what were his crimes.
Yeah, they could have been something nasty. So
yeah, hang on. Let's not judge until we know how degenerate he is.
I'm trying to find it. I'm not seeing it. Let's see. Anderson was first held in Connecticut, but in 2004 he was sent to Pennsylvania, where he was locked up while awaiting his federal trial on charges involving counterfeit money.
Ooh.
After he was sentenced in 2005, he was transferred back to Connecticut, where he pled guilty to forgery charges and other counts. The judge said the sentence would run concurrently. The Department of Corrections. Damn you, Polly.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Polly.
hey,
I thought that was your Mad Owl picture.
Wait a second. Wait
I had to double check to see who the
what
hell
are
it
you
was.
doing with that? What the?
What?
Right now.
What do you mean?
That
It's
was the Mad Owl picture.
that's the excessively masculine Dick Grayson picture
Stop
I
it
like
right
so
now.
much.
Stop it right now.
You're not a fan?
You know
Reeves?
what you're doing.
Guys, that's what a gay dick looks like.
You know exactly what you're doing. You're upsetting the Weebo.
Oh, that's right. You like Dick Grayson. I forgot about
Real
that.
quick,
you forgot
before we
about
get mad,
that.
hang on, let it happen. Yeah, forgery. Let the guy go. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck off. Anyway, so what's your problem with the picture?
Where to begin? Fuck.
He looks so manly, though. He's just exuding testosterone.
I'm
there,
gonna.
don't you think?
Nope. First off, we don't see his luscious buns.
I'm not sure that dick has luscious buns.
Exactly, which
They've
is
been
the
pounded
first
flat.
mistake. Your first mistake was assuming you could draw Dick Grayson without luscious
Grayson?
buns. I'm very tired. All right, I'm starting to get to that point. Some of us have normal schedules, Monkey.
By the way, hi Polly, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Polly, if you're in danger, blink 5 times. Oh man, so yeah, let that guy go. That's fucking. Look, you guys fucked up. You let him go. That's on you. Too bad. It's not like he broke out of jail.
Why is this still being presented, Monkey?
Why is what being presented?
You presented Polly and this disgusting
No, I undid it. If that's still on there, that's you. YouTube, fix your shit.
No, it's your fault.
Damn YouTube.
Fucking YouTube.
Crazy.
Bastards.
But you know, I like the metaphor of this questionable sexuality of Dick, you know, as he penetrates through this window as a metaphor for a rectum. And
questionable sexuality of Dick.
I'm so
What was
upset
the
right
statement
now.
too? Sorry to interrupt. Wasn't expecting you to have company.
Why is he coming through the window like he's on Dawson's Creek?
no,
Polly, your voice is too deep for what that image is displaying.
No,
be a
seriously,
little
Polly,
lighter.
put the Rachel Maddow picture up.
Okay. Let me go find it here.
All right, grab your ball, squeeze, then try again.
That is an excellent description, actually, Monkey. That picture is very Dawson's Creek. That's well done.
It is,
God,
yeah.
sucker.
And wasn't that the thing that he used to come through a window every night?
Really?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor.
For Dick.
It's a metaphor for butt sex, y'all.
Yeah.
Nice.
God, it's only an
Speaking of-
hour in and we're already on butt sex.
Okay, I want to
Couldn't make it happen.
redirect because I want to ask a question because you brought up the counterfeiting thing for that guy, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, thought experiment or thought thing that involves thinking. Say a person creates like a perfect counterfeit of like $100 bill, but it's technically an art project, right? Not
Mhm.
like you're printing out hundreds of dollars, $100 bills to spend them or whatever. But this person draws, say, this $100 bill, and it looks exactly like the real thing, and then they sell it for a markup that is greater than $100. Does that still count as counterfeiting because there's an exchange of goods and money and services
No,
with a fake dollar bill?
that's actually been decided by the courts. No.
Oh, it has.
Yes.
Oh.
It's as long as they know that it is not a dollar bill or any denomination, and it is as art. Yeah, you can sell it.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that the Secret Service isn't going to take a sudden interest in your entire life.
Right.
Yeah. You better
And
have
your
a clean
ability to
life.
produce incredibly accurate money. That's
With like all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
want to know where you got that kind of paper from. See,
Yes.
is that not the exact? That's Dick. Look,
What are you doing to me?
put a window frame around it. That
I
is
don't
Dick.
like it. I don't
It's the
like it.
glasses throwing you off, Weebo. Once she takes them off, it's like the Superman thing, and it's no longer an angry, aging, poorly lesbian. It's Dick Grayson.
I feel an
climbing
uneasy
through a window.
settling in the pit of my stomach. I just got chills. I feel so uncomfortable. I need you to. Just,
That is. She should be put in that TV show with Dick Grayson. She should play Dick.
Hey, Polly, can you Photoshop Rachel Maddow coming through that window with Dick or on top of him?
Maddow and Dick.
well. Now I know what I'll be
Okay.
doing for the next little bit of the stream. That's
Maybe just clip her head out and put it on Grayson there. And
Oh, would
Yeah.
you look at the time? I have to go.
I don't worry. It's cool. I'll tweet it at you. It's fine.
There you go. Yeah, you'll see it tomorrow. First thing when you wake up.
I don't know why I continue to watch this show. It's people wasting your time. Definitely
Look.
check out Two Girls One Stream over this bullshit.
This stream is definitely about wasting time. It's just to entertain people at your expense tonight, Weebo.
That's fair. Monkey, you had this whole bit about, complaining about how I'm not taking care of myself and I keep getting hurt and doing stuff. Well, you're hurting my soul. You
Well,
are
hurting your soul was not
my heart and
hurting
my
your
soul.
physical being.
But my heart is part of that.
words can't hurt you, Weebo. Only if
No.
you let them.
But images can, and that hurts so much.
Your heart is hurt now.
My heart, it hurts.
I'm sorry.
Like
Probably
there's
get that looked
a
at too.
physical reaction.
You know why? It's because you've been up and doing shit when you should be resting.
Oh my god. And here we are back at square one.
Walked
We-
into
we
that
sent-
one.
I sent you a picture, Weebs. You should be K.
What did you do? What have you done?
I did it good.
You did. Oh,
Just be careful not to send pictures of vagina because that gets streams happen to be taken.
No.
Oh, there's some proper dick right there.
There you go. I sent her a good dick pic.
Thank you.
Right. Yankees World Series closer indicted on child sex charges.
Whoa,
Beautiful.
Jesus.
Lovely.
A man allegedly guns down couple at gas station, calmly tells clerk to call police. Okay. Mob boss who inspired other infamous turncoats dies in witness protection.
Who's that?
Let's see, who was this?
Better not be Messino.
It
Friend of yours, Polly?
Alfonso Little Al Darko. D'Arco. There's a
That
sounds
sounds
so
like
bad.
a mob name.
Alphonse D'Arco.
I bet he was
D'Arco.
like massive because usually when they say Lil, they mean, oh, he's a big boy.
Yeah, D'Arco, whatever.
What's a D'Arco?
As long as it wasn't Messino, that's fine.
Nah. Yeah, so he died.
Oof.
He at the age of 86.
Oh.
I wonder how many people he was responsible for killing.
12, at least.
At least. What else we got going on? Oh God, why is there always an Ocasio-Cortez thing?
Because she's the internet whore now.
She is.
So she's everywhere at all the times.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is rubbing voters the wrong way.
You know, that's how you get fired from the massage parlor.
I didn't even mean it, but that was fun.
I just,
It was just a perfect setup right there. Just slam dunk.
look at her, how happy she is.
Oh, those
How
teeth.
many the freaking gums on this bitch?
She really is a donkey.
She's a donkey. I mean, she can pull that top lip all the way up to her nose, man.
I thought I had
Alexandria
a big mouth.
Ocasio-Cortez. This woman keeps talking over me.
It's my dominant personality. Go ahead. You are allowed to go ahead, monkey.
I'm allowed to go ahead. I will mute you. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez appears to be rubbing voters the wrong way if they've heard of her at all, with 36% of respondents in a new poll saying they have a negative opinion of her. Uh-oh.
How many?
36%.
36%.
That's like a whole third plus 3%.
That's not really that much. I guess if that is that a hell of a lot up from the last time that company took the poll. I mean,
I don't know. It's the, how do you say it? Quinnipiac?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to think about the people that do care, the people that hate her in terms of caring, the people that love her in terms of caring, and then the people that have no idea who the fuck she is.
Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If they weren't polling exclusively inside of her electoral district to registered voters, does it fucking matter?
Inside her.
Only because this bitch has much bigger aspirations.
Ass.
Who let Beavis in? Let's see. Trump blasts Democrats for bullshit. Yeah, that's we talked about that. Teacher accidentally played porn during class again.
Yay.
That's
Wow.
gotta stop.
Why does this keep happening?
Well,
You know-
that's
you
what
know my
happens when
favorite-
you don't close out of your tabs.
She was saving it for her teenage boyfriend's study hall.
My favorite part of this is every time one of these stories come up, they use this exact same picture.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I've seen this picture like on 4 different articles about this, and they're all different
So that
assholes
means
who
that
did it.
journalists or copywriters or copy editors are actually going to Google image royalty free search and looking for
Well, it
children
actually-
viewing child porn. Like,
Yes. it actually says right under, where you give the credit and everything.
Yeah.
iStock photo.
so iStock has. Like, what are they watching there? Can you tell? Like, it looks like anime from the little picture I saw.
I can't tell what it looks like. A dude in a tux and a little Asian woman sitting next to her or next to him.
So they're associating anime with child porn. That's pretty racist.
Well, it doesn't look like anime to me. This looks like live action.
Does it? Okay. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, he's reading something, probably a takeout menu, and then the pizza guys here show up and
For some reason, they have Dick's window around them. Why do they have a box around them?
box.
God damn you.
He started it.
I know. Let's see. The unidentified teacher at O.L. Smith Middle School in Dearborn had intended to play footage about the Lewis and Clark expedition, but mistakenly aired pornographic material to an entire class of startled 7th graders.
Oof.
They're 7th graders. They've seen porn.
Doesn't mean they're not startled. God damn it!
What kind of porn was it that startled them? Oh my God, they're beating her. If you're having random people on, I know how not to interrupt. Blondie, if you want to come on some night, remind me. We're full at the moment.
Well, actually, I have to dip because my video just finished uploading, and then I have a morning breakfast date with my boyfriend before he goes to sleep.
Aw, how is the little guy?
He's taller than
I
me.
don't have no boyfriend.
I do. He gave me a promise ring and everything. It's nice.
A promise ring. A promise ring is just shut up. I don't want to give you an engagement ring.
Hey,
Well,
Weebs,
we
check it
had a
out.
we've had a
Don't
long
do it.
distance relationship.
I know, sweetie. I'm just fucking with you. Oh my
Oh,
God, that is beautiful. Polly,
Okay, I'm
thank you
leaving.
for
Bye.
that.
I
Later.
haven't blended it perfectly yet, but Weebs was leaving, so I had to get it open quick before she's gone.
Dear
When you
Lord,
finish
you-
that, please tweet it at me so we can all tweet it at her.
Twitter needs that.
Guaranteed.
I'm not gonna forget that for a while.
I'm never gonna forgive any of you for making me
will.
do that with my own 2 eyeballs.
Just add it to the list.
You know what? Oh, we can put it in that picture we can take that picture I made of you as what's
No.
the bitch's name?
No.
Star or something or other.
No.
And we'll just
No.
we'll put that in the background.
I'm so upset.
Have you seen that
right
picture,
now.
Polly?
Oh,
Oh, dude,
You
let me
just
find
keep
that.
it? Do you have it on your hard drive? Is it?
Yeah, it's on my hard
there?
drive somewhere.
Hard drive.
Oh my God, we brought the 12-year-old with us today. Yesterday he was drawing pictures. Today he's actually with us.
Oh my gosh, Dex! I am also a
Fuck, where did I put
12-year-old
that?
Yay.
internally. I'm a fully grown 20-year-old woman, but internally I'm a 12-year-old boy.
I know it's fun, right?
It
Never
is
grow
fun.
up.
Exactly.
I have to find
What?
out where I fucking put that.
Do I have to stay to see this?
No, sweetie,
no.
you can go to sleep.
yeah,
We don't need-
We've got the Twitter machine. We'll send it to you. It's fine.
We
don't
don't
need you here to fuck with
I was
you.
gonna say, what's the need should we want to have her around?
Aw, thanks, Dex.
No, you.
Oh, fuck. I don't know where it is on my drive, but I know it's on my Twitter somewhere.
He's really gonna find it too. He'll spend more time than necessary to actually find it.
Hey, this was a wonderful thing I did.
No, it wasn't. I just want to clarify this is probably the worst thing that I've ever
No, come
had
on.
happen to me on the internet, and I'm including the dick that I asked for earlier this month.
You asked for dick?
Do you the thing? Do you
This is
remember
frightening
the?
how well it's blending in. Like this is really
I
scary.
told you when I first saw it. That's what I thought it was your Mad Out photo.
It's doing half the work for me. It's wild. Sorry, Weebs. It's true.
I hate that you're right. I hate so much about this night. All right, I'm not drunk. I am completely sober. I'm just very tired.
Tired.
I'm so tired. All right.
And she's
Yeah, I know.
recovering from surgery and she needs to be resting. So
I had
go get some
surgery
sleep.
a
sweetie.
week ago. I'm fine, monkey.
No, you're not.
I just have some holes in my belly. It's fine.
Jesus. Just have a few holes in me.
In it right in her belly.
Well, one of them was a hole already. It's my belly button. So, okay, now I'm going to bed. Bye.
All right. Have a good night, Weebs.
Bye.
You guys talk. I'm trying to find this fucking thing.
Talk.
No, it's not
Words.
there.
Words.
I can hear you.
Oh. So what's the worst brand of peanut butter?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Not counting generic store brands. Just the worst.
Man.
I remember I saw an ad on YouTube for Superman brand peanut butter.
Oh, so, yeah, I remember
Oh, yeah, I
that.
remember that.
Right. And the ad was great because it was original animation and it was Lex Luthor capturing Superman saying, haha, now I'll get the secret of his roasty peanut butter flavored peanut butter. Like, you know, and like he's trapping him. Superman's like, I'll never give you the secret, Lex. You know,
What's the secret of Superman's roasted nuts?
but it made me wonder because, I mean, it was like an ad from the 70s from the style of it, the look of it. But It's like you had to imagine that had to be some shitty peanut butter, that they just bought shitty bulk peanut butter from like Thailand and put the Superman label on it, right?
Yeah, it was all right. I had it
Really?
as a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
You know what peanut butter I like the most? The hippie organic ones that you know they automatically separate. You know, where you have to stir it up because you get the oil.
Oh, I
floating
hate
to the
that
top.
shit.
Yeah,
Man,
that's disgusting.
It's frustrating, I admit, because you have to stir it every time you open it. But you only need like a third of the amount of peanut butter, or it's just too much rich flavor. It's great.
Do you buy that at the farmer's market?
No,
I
buy it at the grocery store, man. It's just all natural peanut butter. What?
Just curious.
Back when I was a kid, that's how you knew you were poor, is because you got the peanut butter that's separated.
Yeah, the government peanut butter. You remember that? Yeah, that shit was disgusting.
Well, okay, listen, man. Now it's the expensive kind, and the only thing it's just crushed peanuts. That's all that's in there.
I guarantee you that is made by the same people that in the 70s and 80s made government peanut butter. And all they did was take it out of the big government tub and put it in little jars with fancy labels and charge it twice as much. And be like, look, it's not just for poor people anymore, you rubes.
So Ian says it. That means you got real peanut butter. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Like if it's just crushed peanuts, yeah, it's going to separate. It's got a bunch of fake anti-emulsifiers or whatever the fuck in it, and all sorts of xanthan gum and 50 different fucking chemicals you can't pronounce. That don't make it fancy for you rich folk.
Us poor people have to buy the chemical stuff, Polly, and
That's
we
right.
like it. It's delicious.
Circus Zero says the Superman peanut butter was repackaged Jif. Is that true? That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was like Jif or Peter Pan or one of those big names. So it was okay. When you're a kid, you don't care. But what do you guys think of the ones that involve jelly and peanut butter in one container?
Barbarous.
Dude, I've seen that and I agree. That's a fucking travesty, man.
It's some sort of weird chimera of food, and it makes it look like some kind of war crime thing that if you were caught serving it to prisoners, you'd probably be arrested by the UN.
I get what they're trying to do, but fuck off.
It doesn't even make sense. It's like what retarded venture capitalists thought that was a good idea. Yeah, I'm going to give you money to combine these two things because people's with our current on the go day lives where we can't be slowed down to get condiments out of two separate jars. This will save you the time in your day to have a meaningful relationship with someone. Like, what the fuck? What was the sales pitch?
I always wanted that when I was a kid. Mom wouldn't buy it.
Your mom was sharp.
I always thought it was evil. It was also on the market.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's discuss this. When you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, do you put your jelly on the peanut butter or on the other piece of bread?
On the other piece of bread, man.
What?
That's not even a question. Of course you put in the other piece of bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't eat peanut butter and jelly together, but if I did, it would be on the other piece of bread. And then you slam them together.
No, you're wrong.
No, we're not. This way you can use the same knife over and over again because I am not mixing jelly into my peanut butter or my peanut butter into my jelly. They mix when they enter my mouth, and that's all that happens. And yes, I said enter my mouth.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you did.
What?
Prospero in all caps is slow down. And I'm like, yeah, sometimes when I go back and listen to streams I was on, it's like, dude, you sound like you just hit 5 fat rails of blow. What the fuck? Why are you talking so quick?
Zero says monkey is outnumbered here. Look, I have been right and in the minority a lot. I'm okay with it. Chat, I'm curious. Do you put your jelly on the peanut butter side or on the other piece of bread? 1 for peanut butter side, 2 for other piece of bread. I'm curious because 1, it's easier to spread it if you do it on the peanut butter, and 2, it just tastes better that way.
How's it? Well, it might be. I don't know about easier. I just don't see the point.
Why not? Look at all you people who are wrong.
Oh man, you are vastly outnumbered.
Wow.
Again, look, hey,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Look, more people voted for Hillary than for Trump. I'm just throwing that out.
Yeah,
But this is called a landslide. She didn't win by much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're requesting an electoral college of peanut butter having like it.
Look, here's the thing. This is a dictatorship, so the right answer is 1.
Yeah, well,
What?
you're still getting ratioed pretty hard by the plebs.
It's kind of like letting women vote. You guys are getting to vote right now. It just don't matter. It just don't matter. We had 1-1 with Sabian. Was there anybody else?
There's a 3 and a 7.
Okay, I saw those.
That always makes me
The
laugh.
smart
We're
ass
counting
women.
those as 2s.
Mexicans and dead people don't count. You nut. That's not fair. Look, without dead people, Kamala Harris wouldn't be able to pay teachers.
That's true.
It is. Look, and I think if they can vote, then they should be able to pay taxes. I'm trying to find that weeb picture. I wish I remembered where I put it on my fucking computer. I can't find it. And I can't find it on the internets. Okay, Ass Crack team, I need you. I tweeted a picture at Weibo. Go find it.
Wow.
It's vague.
No, what?
Yes, master. I'll be right. No.
I can't find it. I mean, that's what they're here for. They're better at this than me.
See,
Anyhow.
Ebony Williams asked, "Would I care for a candlelit dinner and a serenade?" See, now that's a lady of class. You see?
Ebony says, "I'm shocked Lady Monkey's still with you." Lady Monkey does the same thing. Because she's right, too. She's so right.
Okay, let me ask you a question. In terms of like preparation, I'm curious about this because I always get this oddball varied response. So you're making scrambled eggs.
Time out.
Let's just
Bear, can you come on? Okay, go ahead.
Come on, what?
Well, he says he has a question, or he has questions, and if he has questions, he's free to come on.
What?
But
Come on,
what you
what?
were saying?
so you're gonna go ahead and you can make some scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Right? And now, assuming you're like you don't want just like flat, boring scrambled eggs, you're gonna do what I do, which is like salt, pepper, whatever other seasoning you pick. Personally, I put a little Worcestershire sauce in there, a splash of Tabasco, touch onion, garlic. Who knows? Dill when I'm feeling a little spicy. Anyway, when you're making scrambled eggs, do you crack them in the pan and then scramble them in a pan, or do you crack them in a bowl, scramble them there, and then pour them into a pan?
You scramble them in a bowl.
Okay. Anyone else?
I agree. Scramble in a bowl.
I usually don't have any clean bowls because I only own 2. So I just do it in the pan like a savage.
No, you do it in a bowl so that you can put your cream or
Right.
whatever else you can do it. Putting that in
No.
the pan is just a pain in the ass.
No,
See,
you
now,
just
I've
put them in
gotten
the pan.
people.
I don't put no
Faithless
fancy
here.
toppings on like Rich Boy over here. I'm sure Jeeves is actually the one preparing them.
Oh
But
dear God!
I'm telling you, he's Bruce Wayne. You can't convince me otherwise. Ollie's secretly Batman.
No, because we got Dumpstertron and Faithless are like pan, and I know people that really have that strong opinion. They're like, oh my God, why would you go through that? And this was a black friend of mine, and she's like, that's got to be a white people thing because I've never seen anyone do that before in my life. And I'm like, I don't know if it's a racial thing. Like, aren't you not seasoning your eggs at all? She goes, yeah, I do, but I do them in the pan. I've never heard of anyone pre-mixing the bowl. Like, why are you wasting dishes like that? And I was, oh. So I started asking people, and they're like, no, I mix it in a bowl. But she was absolutely convinced she's never seen it before in her life. Anyone not just directly into the pan, season in there.
Y'all Julia Childs folks over there. I don't need no extra bowl. I don't want to do an extra dish. I'd have to wash it to do that and then wash it again to eat my eggs.
Not to get us off subject, but I finally found the picture.
Oh, that one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dude, can you send that to Polly and he could Photoshop Weibo right next to the window so that Madhow's coming in the window to talk to her?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you now. Nice. That's genius.
But Polly, I have to send it to you over on the Twitter machine because, like I said, I can't find it on my computer. So, let's see. We'll just we'll retweet it because it hasn't been seen enough.
See, Weibo's normal. She does that in the pan as well.
Weibo's just being a contrarian because of the
Weibo's
bugging
supposed
she
to be
got.
asleep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Get
Bear,
it.
what was your question? Because he said he can't come on. I saw that part.
He had a big long thing earlier about Woz. Like, scroll up.
Okay. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Since when is Brittany Venti alt-right? I always look at her as playing a character on streams. Like back in the day, she would pretend to be a weebish crybaby. Oh, that's part of what PewDiePie was making fun of her for. She has dabbled with the alt-right, hung out with some of those guys because she thought it would get her some attention. She does occasionally. I don't know if she still does, but there for a while. I followed her on Twitter for a while.
What?
Don't. But at the time, she would go to like Trump rallies and stuff. So she's like all lightish. I don't know. Kyler, thank you. Monkeys Annoy Weibo Fund. Yes, tonight we're trying to fund the Monkeys Fucking with Weibo Fund, and if you'd like to donate to that, there's the Streamlabs links. Don't forget, guys, Ranting Monkey is brought to you by you. If you can help the stream out by sharing, liking, or with a financial donation, all of it is appreciated. And don't forget to support these gentlemen here who will throw their links in chat right now. Weibo says, now I go to sleep. You told us that just a few minutes ago. You lied to me. Just like a woman, you lied.
Wow.
Bear says, you can't make fun, even briefly mock someone, even if they're alt-right. I remember the next time 3 Arrows or any of the big lefty channels mocks the alt-right. Yeah, it was in the way Woz was trying to explain it, in his mind, he was laughing at Brittany the way you would laugh at a comedian. That's what he said. I didn't see that, so Prospero says, oh, fuck you. We don't all lie. I didn't say all women, did I?
I think you said women's, implying all.
Oh, I meant all women, but I didn't think I said it. Weibo says, I was getting ready for bed. I can't do that on stream. Okay, now I'm going to sleep. You just told us a couple of seconds ago that now you were going to bed. Sweetheart, sweetie, don't lie to me. You're hurting my heart. Remember that heart thing?
Yeah, the heart that he doesn't have.
I believe they call this PewDiePie line legit is, yeah, look, it's nonsense. It's somebody trying to prove, see, PewDiePie is the alt-right. He gets people into the alt-right by laughing at Brittany Venti. That's fucking stupid is what that is. Confirmed Weibo's painkillers have kicked in. That reminds me, I need to take my meds, y'all.
I told you to take meds before. Never mind.
I know. No, you did tell me, but it was too soon, so I didn't.
Okay.
I took them early tonight, so I can actually take them before I go to sleep today, whatever it is now. Hashtag not all women don't lie. Not all women don't lie. I agree. Prospero's gonna hate me
More than usual. She's mad at us like every day.
Prospero, what are you doing? You want to come fill the 5th spot? Bear can't make it. Oh man.
In the meantime, you can go check out my channel listed below.
You're just now getting that in there?
Yeah, I
Well,
was a little sad at that one. You can't. You know what? Take it back. Get rid of it. Delete it.
no.
Excuse me.
I was on another. I didn't
Circus
have the
is back.
screen up.
Back to lurking. My phone is almost dead. Well, I love the lurkers too. RJ says I want to yell at Polly. It's fun to yell at Polly. It really is. Prospero, how you doing, sweetie? We haven't talked in a while.
Doing well, hon. How are you?
I'm sore as a motherfucker, but I'm happy. I'll take happy over pain-free any day.
Yes. Sore is one thing. Agony is another.
Oh, it's agony, but I'll feel better in a couple of days. This is one of those days that Polly has talked about, where it's like, you hear him on stream and he sounds so happy, and then the stream's over and he sounds like he died.
Yeah.
This is my entertainer voice right here, guys.
Okay, so you're doing that, the happy guy.
I am. I had to rearrange a lot in this room. My son, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna kick his ass next time I see him. But yeah, I actually had to get rid of a lot of stuff out of this room, and I did it all by myself. I didn't ask for no help because that's who I am.
Because you're a knucklehead.
Yeah, and one of the things I had to move was one of the old style TVs.
Oh yeah.
Look, you kids, you don't know.
Oh god damn.
You got these 5-pound TVs now, and this was a 32-inch TV with the big old fucking thing in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that fucker was heavy.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, it's all right. It's out of here, and I'll feel better in a couple days anyway.
I took an entire Nordic track up a flight of stairs, and then because that wasn't enough, I moved an entire recliner up a flight of stairs on my ass, pulling the base of the recliner and thinking, if I let go of this, the door will be blocked and the firemen won't be able to get here to rescue me.
Thank you, old grouchy gamer who says, finally some class in the stream. I feel offended.
Oh,
Burn in hell.
thank you, OGG. That's kind.
You burn in hell for being right.
He's lying, but he's kind.
He didn't need no man. Who didn't need no man? What did I miss? Oh, are you talking about me moving shit? Monkey, will you say my name like you say Pebbles? A damn. Pebbles. A damn. Pebbles. Why does everybody remind me of Pebbles? You were too good for this world. Too good for this world. And too good for that bitch who flushed you down a toilet.
That is still the sickest freaking story I think I've ever heard. It's just unnecessary cruelty to an animal.
That story will stick with me forever because for two reasons. One, it is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But I could not stop laughing.
I know. It's just
the bitch flushed her hamster down a toilet.
Rather than just putting him in his carrier, handing him to someone and saying, could you take him to a shelter?
It would have been nicer to just let him go outside.
At least he would have had a chance.
And the hawks would have been happy.
Hey, Nuts, how you doing, sweetie? It's nice to see you. I hope you slept well. You have weirder hours than I do, Nuts. I'm just throwing that out there.
Lately, yeah.
She sleeps like 15 minutes a night.
Do you think that that girl was haunted by the sparkling blue ghost of Pebbles? Because, you know, the toilet through water.
The blue. I have this image of some poor person in Iowa, and this block of blue ice comes crashing through their roof, and embedded in it is Pebbles. Just some poor little frozen hamster going.
Even better, it lands on some remote island of tribals, and they worship Pebbles like a god as it's frozen in ice. You know, like
the gods,
Inuits.
like the gods must be crazy.
Yeah, and in 30 years, Nick Fury comes along and thaws him out and recruits him for the Avengers or something.
And the first person he goes after is that bitch that flushed him.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be the greatest revenge story ever. Plus, it would be a really fun addition to a superhero team.
It would be an awesome comic. The Revenge of Pebbles.
That story was so horrible. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, this fucking woman had her emotional support hamster. Emotional support hamster. She called the airport, asked them if she could take it on the plane, and they told her yes. And she gets there, and they said, "Oh, you can't take this on the plane." Everybody agrees with that part of the story. The next part of the story, there's some disagreement about. What the woman claims and what the airline disputes is that she asked the person behind the counter, well, what am I supposed to do with this hamster? And that person said, either let it go or flush it down the toilet.
The hell they did.
And she chose flush it down the toilet.
Nobody told her that. Can you imagine a person really saying that?
You know what?
I can imagine.
I can.
Well, I can as well.
Yeah.
I can, but I don't think it would be a person working for the airline.
Well, no, I can imagine somebody behind that counter who's had a rough fucking day, and this bitch with her hamsters there. And she's like, what do I do with this? And you're like, flush it down the fucking toilet.
That's the tone that I picture it being said with.
Yes.
And barely listening. after
Yes.
the third time it's been reiterated. What am I supposed to do with the hamster? What? Hold on. No, seriously, what am I supposed to do with the hamster? What? What do you, the hamster? I don't fucking flush it. I don't care. Okay, what were you saying? Like
Yeah.
on that level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this sounds like something I would say to someone sarcastically, "Lady, why don't you either let it go or flush it down the toilet? Leave me alone. I don't get paid enough for your crap."
Yeah.
But that would be flush it down the fucking toilet.
Was he
Flush
wearing
down
a
the
little?
fucking toilet. What do I care?
You know how emotional support animals wear little jackets usually.
Well, those are actual service animals, not
Well,
all.
But I wonder if little
obviously.
Pebbles had a jacket
No, No.
Pebbles needed a raincoat.
Maybe
and
a
an
little
umbrella. He floats down like Mary Poppins.
yeah, that poor hamster was abused and taken advantage of by this woman who used it for weird emotional support to fill in for daddy's hugs. And it was not a service animal. It was just some random pet that she picked up for $1.50 at the pet store.
I just, because she told the story of how she sat there in the toilet stall crying her eyes out, hugging the hamster before she flushed it. Here's this is to this bitch. If you could flush your emotional support hamster down the toilet, you don't need an emotional support hamster.
Mm-mm.
They wouldn't have been able to get you on the plane. You would have been so fucked up by it. But you are such a shitball person that you're like, okay, I flushed her. Time to catch my flight.
It's just the idea.
Oh God, that fucking story. That will stay with me until the day. When I am on my deathbed and my mind is so gone that nobody can even tell what I'm saying. My last words are going to be Pebbles. You were
It'll be like
a
a Citizen Kane instead of Rosebud. You'll be like Pebbles,
Yes.
Her
Yes.
last words.
or like, or more like Sanford from Sanford and Son. I'm coming, Pebbles. I'm coming to see you.
Pebbles, I'm coming. This is the big one. Oh my goodness.
Story in the chat.
Oh God. You know, that was the kind of story you really hoped was a Poe. And you
But
just
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
Big Assassin says she needs a hard slap. Oh, God, I don't know.
I'd
Wait,
rather introduce her to the blue water.
Blunty Blonde says I accidentally blew my hamster up. Funny story.
Oh
Um,
my God.
Blondie, we will have you on. Maybe we can get you in tomorrow. I want to hear the story of you blowing up your hamster. I'm not sure. We don't do dead animals on the show unless it's funny. So we'll have to see. Gentlemen, you comic book guys.
Yes, sir.
I keep seeing it more and more. It's really picking up steam that the way Thanos is going to get defeated is Ant-Man's going to fly up his ass.
The Russo did you see the Russo brothers' response to that?
I did not.
Oh God, they said no. He's not gonna fly up his ass and grow to full size. He's going to grow to giant size and sit on Thanos. So Thanos will disappear up his ass.
It's funnier if he flies up his ass.
Yeah, it is. But the Russo brothers had to weigh in.
I did see some really good memes about this. One has 2 fingers and a picture of a vagina, 3 fingers, and then Ant-Man and Thanos. It was like the Shocker, but deadlier.
That's such an easy stop to Thanos. Wow,
Yeah.
They should have done that.
Well,
Good night, Peter.
Night, Peter.
Right, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
I think the funnier way would be for him to fly down his pee hole and then explode.
Yeah, that would work too.
Thanos ties in a golden shower.
Yeah, it was of sepsis. It exploded his bladder. But yeah, I saw that. Did you have a question as to whether that's the actual ending of the movie?
Yeah, do you think that'll happen?
No, they're gonna have Captain Marvel come in and Mary Sue it up, and she'll one punch hit, quit.
You know what I hope happens? since Captain Marvel, we know she's going to be the winner. I hope she falls in love with Thanos, and he gets tired of her shit, goes back in time, and just kills himself before he can get to that point.
Yeah. Or you could have Mark Ruffalo play the Mary Sue.
The last Infinity Stone, Ant-Man as Kidney Stone. Nice.
Wow.
Is Thanos not dead? I haven't seen the movie, but I did see that bit on YouTube and figured Thor finished him off. No, Thanos is not dead.
So the movie's not out yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you've seen something that's an illegal download, I don't know, but the Infinity War we've seen, no, he wasn't dead.
Other people got deaded.
We got to go back to serious news for a minute because I said we would, and I don't want to be a liar. Yeah, there's investigations into Donald Trump's finances. I read a story about this earlier. And here's the investigations. Investigations center around Donald Trump getting loans with bad financial information. And two of the key things that they looked at, or that they're looking at, is when he applied for one loan, Trump said that he had a golf course with 55 lots to sell, 55 houses to sell. And at the time, only 31 of them were approved for sale. Yeah.
He said lots.
It depends on which portion you're looking at it. Either way, I mean, he still owned the property. Those houses were still going to be for sale. So it's not that big of a deal.
Well, approved for sale means the punch list has been done, right? I mean, it's been cleared by the inspectors.
Well, again, it depends on if they're talking about lots or actual homes.
But even a home under construction isn't necessarily for sale until it's been inspected.
Yeah, but if you're just selling the lot, it doesn't matter if there's a home on it or not.
It's straining at gnats.
It's a really, yeah, exactly. It is a tiny little thing. The other one is a little bit weirder. He claimed Trump Tower had 68 floors, but there's only 55 floors in Trump Tower. But there's something weird they did with the numbering of the floors. So if you go to the top of Trump Tower, it is the 68th floor.
They count like the parking garage under the building or something.
And
I don't know if they did like half floors or something, but yeah, that's what it boils down to. Like, who gives a fuck?
And some, it used to be the buildings wouldn't have a 13th floor.
Sure.
That would be the mechanical. But there are also there's spaces for mechanicals that aren't counted as floors. But if they would technically still be floors.
Prospero, I'm sorry. They do have a 13th floor. It's a secret location where the Illuminati meet with the reptilians.
Okay. I know. It's Davos' safe room.
All right. Just glad you recognize the truth.
I know. It's why there's that Illuminati caution button inside all our cars.
Yeah, exactly.
But there we go. We had to get that out. Finally, there's one more story we have to talk about tonight. And then, I mean, we can talk about titties for the last couple of minutes. Because we haven't done that today. Jesse Smollett.
Oh no.
His lawyer went on TV.
Uh-huh.
And they asked her about Jesse saying that the attackers were white.
Which network?
I want to say it was the Today Show. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, is this the story about what they may have done?
Yeah, hang on. Yeah. So they asked her, what about him saying that they were white when they are, Nigerian, that's not even close to white, y'all. And the bitch actually said maybe they were wearing whiteface.
And behind them, they kept hearing this weird music that went do 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 do.
Yeah,
And
well-
there were like 30 of them pouring out of this little car. Balloons
Jack,
were
it's-
everywhere.
It's funny you should say that, because this is where she gets even fucking weirder. She says, actually, there's evidence for this. That there's a video out there of the brothers dressed up as the Joker, where they're wearing whiteface.
So
Okay.
he mistook two black guys dressed like with Joker grease paint on as
Yes.
white people.
Yes.
That is so racist. Like, if you heard a white guy say that about a black person, you would look at them and be like, what minstrel show did you grow up watching?
It was bad enough when I saw the headline that she says they might be in whiteface, and then I read the story and like, what? Leon, real quick, Leon. No, he didn't say that. His lawyer did, who's a female. And this is why their vote shouldn't count.
Well, didn't he say later that he couldn't even recognize their faces? So how
Well-
did he?
Dodge
Wow.
the fucking question. You're a lawyer. Dodge the fucking question. That's a hard question to answer. You're stuck in a spot. Answer the question you wish they would have asked instead of the one that they did. What the fuck are you getting paid for?
But the Joker did it.
Here's a
No.
link.
Is
with the
Dak
photos.
snoring?
Yes.
Yes.
Here's a link with the photos in it. I'm throwing that in the chat.
Oh, sorry. I was just waiting to see if you guys would say anything about it.
You sound really tired right now.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm actually reading on some of the Borderlands 3 stuff, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah. So he's not kidding. There's the picture of.
That's not good grease paint work.
Right?
That's not. That is not. Oh, they were white.
Um,
I mean, Daryl Hannah in Blade Runner did a better job with makeup than this. And Clan of the Cave Bear.
I got that reference. That was good.
yeah.
I mean, real talk though, do they actually think this is helping in any way?
I don't know.
Well,
And is
they're
it
trying
working?
to explain it. They're trying to explain it.
Well,
Okay.
Trump hit the nail on the head. Ridiculous bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you
This,
see? Oh, sorry, Bunky.
this stream is accidentally very appropriately named.
Yeah.
Did you see where Trump said the FBI and DOJ should investigate this?
Yeah, I didn't see he said that, but I know
Yeah.
it's been rumored that the FBI is looking into this shit.
Well,
They
the
did better.
head of the FOP in Chicago said he wanted them to.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Fraternal Order of Police in Chicago does bear a little weight.
They better.
This is what she said. There's a video. It took me all of 5 minutes when I was looking into the brothers of one of the brothers in whiteface doing the Joker monologue. Now, we saw video of these guys buying the shit that they use to cover themselves. And that video is like from an hour before the attack or something like that.
Yeah, they weren't in whiteface.
Yeah, they no indication of whiteface at all. But yeah, because they did a Joker monologue with very bad face paint on. That's probably what happened. They probably painted their eyes white before they went and beat Jesse Smollett and put a noose on his neck and didn't take his sandwich.
Can't even. This is me. This is me. Oh, it can't, like Kim Fox saying that she recused herself, but that was more of a turn of phrase because she really hadn't. But that was the turn of phrase she chose to use because she lawyers good.
I want to remind you guys that the Ranting Monkey is having a fundraiser for Monkey Thinks Lawyers Are Morons. If you'd like to donate to that, you can do so over on the Streamlabs. Polly, what do you think about that fundraiser?
I think it's just what are you? I was explaining this to Cassie. How we've been over this like what is it 3 times now? This is 4, and she tells me I need to stop arguing. And I say no because Monkey doesn't have me come on the stream to be someone else. He brings me on the stream to be myself.
That's
that don't
true.
make no sense, Monkey.
That makes
Don't make no-
absolute sense.
It makes no damn sense.
Press 1 in the chat if that makes sense.
You,
That lawyers are morons.
No. Okay. Right. Okay. So lawyers are morons, and Monkey needs money for what? Like, what is it funding?
It's funding the Monkey Thinks Lawyers Are Morons fund.
Which you need money for because
It makes
Because I think lawyers are morons and I need money.
see, there's
I
a
don't-
disconnect.
Don't know how you're not getting this, Polly.
it
It makes perfect sense.
have you seen some of the GoFundMe's out there?
It makes perfect
Well, that's-
sense.
I'm not claiming all GoFundMe's make sense. I'm claiming that Monkeys
Did
doesn't.
feminist frequencies
Mm.
make sense?
It was okay. Yes, it made sense as a complete ripoff scam. Give us
Okay.
money to
Yes.
fund videos that we're not going to make. Okay,
Give
so
us
it's a
money
ripoff.
to, and if we raise 35,000, like we might build a Discord, because that costs no money to do.
I've decided that instead of that fund tonight, we're going to raise money for the Polly doesn't understand my fundraising techniques fund.
That works.
Yes, sir.
Okay, look, there's some old people in voice chat tonight. Let me ask you a question.
Excuse me.
Well, just
Fine old people.
people that were around in the mid 80s such that they'd remember pop music commonly.
Sure. Okay. I qualify for that.
Okay. Whitney Houston.
Yes, ma'am.
Which
Sir.
if you had to pick a track, would it be How Will I Know? Right? Remember that track at all?
Sure.
Okay. Or I Want to Dance with Somebody. Which one?
I want to dance with somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Do you disagree with that?
No, I'm trying to choose myself because both those tracks are fantastic.
I think Stop
Like,
Hitting
it's just-
Me Ike was better.
It's just because both of them are just like, I mean, people talk about pop music sucks, and it's like you're wrong. Like, pop music doesn't suck. Certain kinds of cookie cutter pop music sucks. You know what I mean? But both those tracks are so fun, they're so cool, and she's so good at vocalizing both of them. I don't know.
I'm not a fan actually of either of those songs, but I Want to Dance with Somebody is just a better song, in my opinion. That's the great thing about music. It's all opinion based.
She's so out of nowhere with the first track. How Will I Know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the first single and so forth. I think that was her first single. It's just like she just seems so excited to be on a video set. Whereas like I Want to Dance, I think that was the second album's first single. So it's like she's a little bit more seasoned. She's a little bit more professional. I don't know. I kind of like that super excitedness of How Will I Know.
Wabbajack asked Raspberry Beret or Batman soundtrack.
Oh, good. Tough question. Fuck.
Raspberry Beret, I like it, but it's probably one of my least favorite Prince songs.
I'll say this: Batman soundtrack, because of the sheer amount of creativity going on in it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
no one expected that, and it was just so wildly creative. Yeah,
The
I'd
Batman
have to name
soundtrack
that.
was great.
Yeah,
Of course, the only one that anybody remembers is Bat Dance. Unfortunately,
no, I'm trying to remember the name of the one that it's the track that's playing when Joker and his mob are defacing all the paintings.
Party Man.
Something
Party Man.
Party
Yeah.
Man. Thank you, Party Man. Great track. That's yeah.
I like her ripoff of Dolly Parton's "I Will Always Love You." That wasn't a ripoff. Do you know how much money Dolly Parton made off Whitney Houston singing that song?
Yeah, because she wrote it.
Good call. Good
Yeah,
call.
well, no,
Yeah.
the only reason I know that is because somebody asked Dolly Parton about that. How do you feel about people, covering your songs? And she's like, I love it. I make so much money off of that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it turned out to be an all-purpose song because she wrote it for, oh God, I can't remember the name of the guy. Helped her get her start, and she kind of wrote it as an anthem to him because she had been on, country TV, was very minimal.
She's actually, pretty decent about, helping other people. Like she basically pays for most of the people in her hometown to work in
Yeah.
Hollywood. So I got no issue with her making money hand over fist, unlike some of these no talent hacks that are out today.
That woman has worked her ass. I think it was Porter Wagner. Worked her ass off her entire career, and she's
still doing it.
Yeah, she's perfectly content.
She did a cover. She did a cover of her own song with Pentatonics, Jolene. God,
Mhm.
that version is so good.
It's a great song anyway. I mean, the Coat of Many Colors is a great song.
Oh yeah, it is.
I mean, dude, she's just a fabulous woman.
In chat, Billy Baston says George Michael had some good songs. Yes, he did. Father
did.
Figures, fucking excellent.
That's amazing you said that track. That's one of my favorites. It's an underrated track of his from back in the day, man. That video is fantastic. It's weird. It's hard to grasp quite what he's saying because some people interpret it as, creepy, and I think now you're missing the point, but whatever.
No, I like to play that song during sex, so when I say call me daddy, it's very appropriate.
Way to not make it creepy, Jack. That's great.
Hey, I'm here to help.
No, because at that time, I Want Your Sex came out, and that was there's a lot of controversy. And then he had Faith, and those were the two that got all of the attention.
Right.
And yeah, Father Figure is a great song, much better than either of those two, and I like both.
Songs like that are rough because, he is able to sing in such a high register that it's tough to sing along with it if you don't, especially someone like me. I kind of have a little bit deeper of a voice, so it's
But you just jump octaves. You just jump octaves when you're singing along. It's like, you're getting high. Okay, I'll drop down.
Yeah. No, trust me, it's just it just turns into pure caterwauling. I have had enough of crime. Nobody wants to hear that.
Adam says Careless Whisper's best song. I love Careless Whisper.
So do I.
Yeah, that's a much better song than I Want Your Sex.
That's my guilty pleasure song because it's like, oh Jesus, George Michael. But there's something haunting about that song.
I like Careless Whisper. One, the sound of it is great, but it's a story song. And if you pay attention to it, it's like, oh wow.
Yeah, it's a great cheater confessor song.
Yeah,
it's very well done. Speaking of weird stuff in politics, did you see? And you may have already talked about this. Mike Lee's meme attack on AOC.
Oh yeah, we talked about that the other night.
Okay, good. I'm sorry.
Classic material.
I fucking loved it. It was so stupid.
It was glorious. I love John Ward's coverage of it.
Yeah, that was great.
He was just like
that girl laughing was priceless.
Yeah, she was just trying so hard not to just lose it.
I love that both John Ward and Sargon ended up doing the same thing in their video about it. They just played it because how do you add to it? It's so masterfully constructed that you just have to let them talk.
Yeah,
it's the best political trolling in history.
and Mike Lee is a very normally fluid speaker, so that odd kind of cadence he used through it had to be trying to keep from cracking up. Because one of the greatest comments I saw was, "I'm a Marine, and that guy's bearing is better than mine." Because he could not break bearing, and his aide. She was working so hard because tauntaun, Mr. President.
Yeah, it's the way he leads up to it with, perfect comedic timing. That's my favorite moment, the tauntaun thing. He goes, and so how are our citizens supposed to get around in Alaska? Wait for it. Tauntauns, Mr. President.
Yes. And then his whole thing, and I can't remember the term he used about the seahorses.
We gotta close the seahorse gap.
Yeah, but it was also the something economics term about the the viability and the long-term sustainability and impact.
We haven't looked into the crap. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a perfect, he picked the perfect word. And it was just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Don't get me wrong, Mr. President. Having a fleet of seahorses would be cool. Very cool. What we haven't looked into, and that's when he talks about the economic terms. And it was such beautiful satire of the New Green Deal, that it's great ideas that are based in nothing around reality. Wouldn't this be awesome if we all had flying cars that didn't put out any kind of noxious exhaust whatsoever? Meanwhile, back in reality, I sent
him a message, and I hope he follows up on it, that we need that picture of Reagan on the Velociraptor to be framed somewhere in the Capitol building so that we can all appreciate this moment of history.
I'd like to see it in Mike Lee's office, and I bet Ted Cruz would be like, me want to. just to slap it up there to annoy people. You could probably get Dan Crenshaw to say, I'll take one of those. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a glass eye that has that.
Let me look at something, just a little flashback to Whitney Houston we were talking about. I just looked up something.
Her
Look at-
autopsy pictures? Weird.
No, look at 1985 Whitney Houston.
Absolutely
cute.
gorgeous girl. She was
I mean,
just,
what a beautiful woman. And it's like,
what a waste. What a freaking waste.
and I'm looking at you, Bobby Brown,
Oh,
you
yeah.
motherfucker. I'm looking at you.
Years
because-
ago, a friend of mine, a
Bobby's
black
dick fucked
woman,
that all up.
said about Bobby.
Like to the
Bobby
point where her
Brown.
bathroom looks like this at the end of her life. I'm looking at you, Bobby Brown. You did this to her.
A friend of mine called Bobby Brown, a photograph of Bobby Brown, a statistic. There's a walking statistic.
Yeah.
He is a horrible human being.
Although I have to say that Whitney Houston in that photo had the same hairdo as Kylie Minogue from the Locomotion video.
Yeah, the heavy, tight, curly perm was a thing in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Good old
Kylie
hair,
had to
man.
perm it up
Had
to get it
good
like
hair.
that, and she had to relax it to get it like that. But either way, it ended up in the same place. It's interesting.
Scalability, thank you. Scalability and domestic capacity was what Mike Lee said. Thank you, random American. Thank you.
Polly, what got you on the Whitney Houston kick?
What the hell did get me on it? It's tough to trace the rabbit holes I fall down, man. I can't remember.
Okay, fair enough.
She was his Stacey Dash before Stacey Dash was Stacey Dash.
No, Lisa Bonet was my Stacey Dash
Oh.
or Stacey Dash. Which, by the way, fuck you, Mimosa, you fucker. Why is it like okay? You take a look at Lisa Bonet, right?
Yeah.
What turned her into Liliquai Moon?
What?
Lenny Kravitz.
She Lenny Kravitz.
Oh.
Lenny fucking Kravitz. I blame that man for turning Lisa Bonet, brilliant up and coming actress, gorgeous as hell, breaking hearts all over the place, young men like myself, crushes like crazy on her. And he turned her into a crazy hippie who changed her name to Liliquai Moon.
Yes.
She actually changed her name to that?
Yeah, that's her legal name is Liliquai Moon. Because he convinced her about like hippies and beads and incense and shit.
Well, now it would be Liliquai Moon Mimosa, wouldn't it?
Don't remind me.
I lived through the hippies and beads and shit, and it wasn't pretty. And why people think it's like something romantic, I will never understand. It's the way the past gets repackaged. Oof.
Well, and yeah, I've cracked this joke before, right? It's ex-hippies who cut their hair and got real jobs that have kind of romanticized.
Tom
Yeah.
Hayden.
Well, yeah, but like being hippies and shit, like the summer of love, and we marched against war, man, and all that. I'm telling you, fast forward 20 years, that's the way people are going to be remembering the resistance. We stood up for what's right, man, at a time when there was sexism and racism everywhere. If it weren't for people like us, there would have been death camps. You know, that's the way they repackage it.
They're like the
Well,
high school football
Holly.
hero who can't get over themselves.
It's not just we already have rape camps. The
Mhm.
other minor argument I got into with somebody today, there was a story about those poor migrants stuck at the border,
Yeah.
and I simply commented, well, if they'd stop coming here illegally, and somebody's like, oh, you're blaming the victim of the rape camps. I'm like, what
Rape camps?
the
And
fuck are you talking about?
And in some little documentary where somebody actually cares about documenting the past 20, 25 years from now, you'll hear somebody mention, it'll be Donald Trump set up these separation things where he was destroying families and putting righteous, noble migrants into basically death camps, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then someone will quickly mention in this documentary, even though this was a legal process that was going on under the previous president. Moving on.
Mm.
No one's going to remember that.
Polly, it'll be in Spanish too.
It'll be in Arabic 25
I
years
mean,
from now.
Sargon's newest video, he makes a big deal of that. The tears of Maddow. It's all about Rachel Maddow and how much she cries and so on. And it was a pretty good video. And he does mention that point. It's like he shows a clip of her crying over the separation of families, and she just can't continue. She has to end the segment because she's so emotionally distraught. For 4 years, that was happening under the previous president. Did you cry once? Did you even bring it up? Did you talk about it? Did it even bother you? No.
No. Because when Jesus does it, it's okay.
Yeah.
When Satan does it, it's bad.
Selective morality is no morality at all.
Well, duh.
Well, I just saying.
I mean, I'm guilty of that because, look, I'm not a huge Trump fan, and I'm not a great supporter of some of this Twitter shit that goes on. But I have to admit, to some extent, I've curbed my ethics because the that comes every time he tweets is so goddamn glorious in how much it triggers these lunatics that I'm like, of course I'm going to vote for him in 2020 because I want to see more of the meltdown. And I'm too old to want the world to burn. And I do love my Constitution, but this is too good. It's too good.
I can tell you why I didn't complain about family separation going on under then President Obama. I didn't know it was going on. I had no idea
about it.
Yeah, well, no one talked about it, and I didn't know. And
Right.
there is nothing wrong. And Rachel Maddow, in my mind, would be beyond criticism if she were to say, I had no idea that this was going on. If she were to, even through her choking tears, say, and the worst part about this going on, this is not new. This has been going on for 6 years, and we are just finding out about it now because of our intensity of focus on the wrongdoing of this president. It's exposing things that are horrible that have been going on for X amount of years. My God. But she talks about it as if, can you believe this guy on his own executive authority alone introduced this policy? That's the way it comes across.
Well, they completely overlooked the droning. They completely overlooked all the things that were carried out. I'm going to end all the wars. I'm going to do all the wonderful things, hope and change. And he doubled down on the Patriot Act, doubled down on droning the fuck out of people, including innocent people, just to hit one guilty person. That's not a very efficient. Never mind.
It's certainly not efficient in terms of intelligence gathering. I can say that.
It's no way to fight a war. It just leaves you in it
and grab
forever.
is much more effective, but yeah.
Well, wet ops can be effective too, but
I care far more about the child trafficking that they let happen by passing them on. Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's really why they set up the camps, to stop child trafficking, because that's a big problem. That's why they separate the kids from the adults till they can verify the parents.
yeah, it's actually a merciful thing.
Well,
But-
unless you're pro child trafficking and pro sex trafficking, then I could see why you would complain. So is Rachel Maddow pro child trafficking? I have to ask these questions. We're just asking questions here.
Well, it's a good question to ask because, you ever bring up legalizing prostitution? There is a certain group of feminists that will flip their shit. And you point out that if you legalize it, you keep the girls safe, you keep business orderly, everybody's healthy, and you can turn interdiction toward sex trafficking. And they're like, no, but sex trafficking is all done. It'll still occur. Of course it will still occur. But if the interdiction shifts, it will occur less. You can't fill every pothole.
all you have to point out, I mean, there are still moonshiners, guys.
Yes.
There are still people who illegally make booze and sell it. But it's not like it was in the 20s.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it's fucking legal.
Yeah, they finally legalized moonshine. And it took forever in Virginia to do it because we have the goddamn revenuers.
Just alcohol in general. I mean, the reason moonshining got to be as big as it did was because alcohol, prohibition.
Which gave
Make it
us
all
the
illegal.
mob.
Yes, exactly.
And gave us the automatic weapons ban because of the mob.
It didn't get rid of the problem completely because you will always have shitbags out there. But what it did do is make it far less of a problem. And one law enforcement can actually look at and and go after if they need to. Because just legalize prostitution. Leave whores alone.
Legalize
fucking with
prostitution.
whores.
I want drugs legalized because we can go after cartels and we can go after smugglers and we can make sure the drugs are safe.
Yeah, and if they did that, there wouldn't be a problem. But they're not going to do that for several different reasons.
Well, industrial prison complex.
But guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go.
I am a stream killer.
No, it's not that. We've been going for almost 2 hours. We're almost at the 2 hour mark, and that seems to be my limit these days. Sorry,
someone was asking about the finished photograph or blend. Oh. There it is.
Did you finish it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There we go. Hang on. Let's put it up there for all to see. Oh my God, it fits too perfectly.
That is haunting.
It really does.
I kind of hate you, but this is really good work.
How much did you have to tilt her head? It wasn't that much, was it?
No, it wasn't that much, but I did have to horizontally flip it because she's actually facing her face in the other direction in the original.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That is just too good.
It's weird how it all lines up just so. Like,
will you just please post it so we can all copy it and save it in our devices to bring out? And
I have coined her Maddow Dickwing.
Nice. Is she on the trail of Russian collusion?
Oh, you caught me off guard with that. That's really fucking good. Dickwing.
Oh God, I love you, Polly.
And on that note, guys, we are going to wrap it up. Chat, thank you so much for the donations tonight. I appreciate it more than I can tell you. And thank you guys for coming out and supporting the stream and listening to us talk. Don't forget to check out all of these guys. They're about to tell you where to find them. And we're going to start with Prospero. Where can they find you?
You can find me at Minions of the Zoo night stream every Thursday night. And I'm part of a big team that streams every single night. Friday night is our game night. So check us out tomorrow night with Fat Platypus and her band of lunatics playing hilarious games. The dialogue is worth it, even if you don't know what's going on in the game.
All right. Polly, where can they find you, sir?
They can find me over there. There's a link to my channel where we do comic book curation. Don't click that previous link. It's a rickroll. The surprise nobody. See, I just want to see if anybody actually clicks the link when I put it in chat. And apparently nobody did because I would take you to Rick Astley. But anyway. We do our comic book curation stream, Jack Inquisitor and myself, and we have fun and we bants and talk about everything around superheroes and comics and all the shit going on with them in pop culture. So come on by and if you like, by all means, subscribe.
Dax, where can they find you or support you, sir?
If my days keep going like this in a hospital, otherwise I'll be just sitting here enjoying all the content you guys produce.
Cool. We're glad to have you. And Jack, where can they support you, sir?
There are my channel links. You can find me at Bad Comic Reviews or my unboxing channel, Roll for Sanity.
All right, guys. Tonight we will be, what's this, Friday? Scribe Lights channel, 9 p.m. Eastern time for Lords of the Night. Then we'll be over on 2 Cents Plus around 11:15ish playing. I think we're starting the Division 2 tonight. So come check that out. We've been playing in the background a little bit. We're having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, come check it out. We'll give out something tonight, some kind of game. I'm not sure what. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'd like to thank Prospero, Polly, Dax, and Jack, as well as Weibo, who's not here anymore. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.
Laters.
Have a good night, everyone.
Night.